Is the USPS failing? The question of whether the United States Postal Service is failing is a topic that sparks a lot of debate. Let's break down the facts to get a clearer picture. The United States Postal Service is a government agency that provides postal services across the country. And like many other federal agencies, it is expected to fund its operations through the revenue generated from postage and services, not through taxpayer dollars. This model aims to make the Postal Service self-sustaining. However, recent financial reports tell a different story. In the second quarter of fiscal year 2025, the Postal Service reported a net loss of $3.3 billion. This loss is nearly double what it was during the same period the previous year. While operating revenue remained flat at $19.7 billion, expenses increased by $1.8 billion. This rise in costs is attributed to higher labor expenses, actuarial reevaluations, and inflation. Even controllable losses, which exclude unpredictable costs, have more than doubled compared to the prior year. When we look at mail and package volumes, the situation appears even more concerning. First-class mail volume has dropped by 5.8%, marketing mail by 5.7%, and shipping and packages by 6.9%. Although revenue from these services has remained stable or increased slightly due to price hikes, these gains are not enough to offset the overall decline in volume and rising expenses. From a conservative viewpoint, these financial struggles are often seen as a sign that government-run enterprises may not be as efficient as private sector alternatives. Supporters of limited government and privatization initiatives argue that the Postal Service's ongoing deficits and inability to adapt to changing market conditions highlight the need for reform. They suggest that privatizing or partially privatizing postal services could introduce competition, improve efficiency, and reduce the risk to taxpayers. In practical terms, privatization could mean allowing private companies to compete directly with the Postal Service for certain services. It could also involve selling off parts of the Postal Service to private operators. Proponents of this approach believe it would force the Postal Service to become more cost-effective and customer-focused, or allow more efficient private providers to take over where the Postal Service is struggling. So, is the United States Postal Service failing? While it continues to operate and deliver mail, its financial losses and declining volumes raise questions about its long-term viability. From a conservative perspective, these challenges are viewed as a reason to consider privatization or other market-based reforms to improve efficiency and lessen the burden on taxpayers. The ongoing debate centers on whether the Postal Service can adapt to modern demands or if private sector solutions would better serve the public interest.